Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Wally with Swamp Fox Adventures again. And I'm running next door because the neighbors just got back home from the wedding, so I can give Lance the key to the house. And the lake is down. Come on. So we can walk around the fence. Y'all see Wiggles waiting there for permission? He knows he's not allowed to come over unless he's given permission. And sometimes he's actually a good dog. Yeah, Laura was like, Champ peed all over my sweater. What do I do? I'm like, well, take it off. Wiggles! Sit. Calm down, boy. Come on, let's go. You had your dog fun. Now it's time to go do human work, which is not dog fun. Duck, duck. Laura and I have a lot of business work to attend to today, but it is Sunday, so there's limited amount of that stuff we can get done. We've always got house projects, but I think we're going to go walk the dike because, well, we've been trapped inside with this weather and the sun's out, and we want to go do some walking and get some endorphins flowing. So I'm not 100% sure what today's video is going to be, like always. I know I'm going to feed Little Duck. You can hear her. She's being a pest right now. And then I got a buddy who puts out a lot of TikTok content. And he's also another BONNEAU Beach boy. He lives up here. And he's fishing today. Just sent me a video. So Laura and I might stop by and make a video with him fishing. And we are also looking for somebody who is dealing with squirrels. Somebody who values their pecans more than they value the squirrels, because we still need to do a squirrel catch, clean, cook. Are you hungry? Let's go, Little Duck. Let's go. This is that AEA HPSS. It's the first one I bought that fought me. It would not cycle, it would not function. There was issues with the trigger sear, all kinds of stuff. Ben from the pellet shop worked it, it's got it going, sent it back to me. I got it right before we headed up to Lane and Alex's wedding. I have not had a chance to play with it yet. So you can see here, I got some jumbo exacts, the JSBs loaded up, and I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here, but I'm going to try to feed an assortment of pellets through it. And I love this little gun as far as the compact size. I'm not sure I'm going to keep it, and I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with it. But we are going to cycle it and put it through its paces today, because I haven't had a chance to do that yet. Red is fishing down on a buddy's property right now. Laura and I are going to take advantage of the sun still being high in the sky and actually having a nice, bright, sunny day. We're going to go walk the dike. We'll take you with us. And who knows? I might tote a gun. I don't know. Might see a rabbit or a squirrel. We'll keep you posted. Laura and I are racing daylight, so I'm not going to bring a rifle or a shotgun. I am going to tote the little Kel-Tec P17 because it never fails. It cycles everything. I'm going to load up a couple of mags with some of the cheap Remingtons and just throw it in its Kydex, and we're just going to tote that. We got Laura driving today. So we're going to go take a walk up on the dike. We got Wiggles with us, and we'll take you with us. It's a pretty good walk. We're going to walk the back dike today. It's more of a swampy area. The front dike is lake. We are up on the dike and we're heading down towards the water. And I wanted to touch base on the new South Carolina law, which allows open concealed carry. Now, there's a lot of confusion on that. And basically, what that law does is, if you hold a concealed weapons permit, you can openly carry a pistol. Now, There's people on both sides of the fence, agree, disagree. I'm a fan of it, and I'll tell you why I'm a fan of it. Carrying a concealed weapon sucks. It's generally an uncomfortable affair. So, when you have a concealed weapons permit, it is illegal to allow that weapon to ever be visible. So, if you're at Lowe's and you're reaching up to grab some ply off the top shelf and your shirt lifts up and that weapon is visible for a nanosecond, that's illegal. That's no longer illegal with the open concealed carry. So, I don't know if you can see, but there's that little Kel-Tec, and it's pretty much not visible. It's much more comfortable to carry on the outside of the waistband, and I don't have to worry about being outside of the law should I reach for something and it shows, or if I get out of the car and my shirt hangs up on it and it's visible.
Hey YouTube, this is Laura with Swamp Fox Adventures. We're out here on the back dike of what we call the back dike here in BONNEAU Beach. It's this beautiful maintained kind of roadway that's only open to pedestrians, and in its background you've got our community. There's about 2,000 people, give or take, in this community. Our house is actually 2 coves over from where we're standing right now, and this dike is going to continue along, and it goes, I don't know where it goes really far. I think to Russellville.
Yeah, it does. It goes all the way to Russellville.
Yeah, that's kind of far.
Yeah.
I've never walked that far, but you know what, I think we should at some point. You know, it's beautiful out here.
That's a whole lot of we talk right there.
Mr. Wiggles is down.
Yeah, Mr. Wiggles is always down.
Yeah, maybe we'll just take a boat or a kayak and see how far we can get on that.
I say we get some of those electric motocross motorcycle things like Joey Waves has.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be fun. But yeah, if you come out and follow the dike this way and you take a left, you'll pass our cove. So yeah, we're gonna continue our walk here and enjoy the weather while we can.
Yeah, for real. Okay, you can see this cut between those 2 islands ahead of me. That is usually about 3 foot higher as far as the water level than it is now. And you can cut through there. You can even get through there right now in a kayak or a mud boat. And that takes you over to where you only have to cross 1 more cove that way to get to our house. Now, in the spring, we tell a lot of kayakers about that because it's full of lotuses and water lilies, and they always come back and they're like, oh my goodness, what's out there? There's like sea monsters or alligators. A lot of times people come back and they're like, alligators. Sometimes there's alligators in there. But what they are seeing are the big spawning carp. And you'll get 30, 50-pound carp coming in there in water that's barely deep enough for them to swim. And they're just sitting there soaking up the sun. And when the silent, kayaks just come drifting up on them, next thing you know, you got a 60-pound animal. And they look a lot bigger in the water when you're right up on them. Taking off, leaving a huge wake, and they're covered with those big scales. So everyone comes back and they're like, alligators! And it's like, carp, sorry. But nonetheless, it's exciting and they dig it.
So we're still here on the back dike, and this is a really great walking path. If you look through this cut over here, to the right is Boy Scout Island. We send a lot of our kayakers and Airbnb guests and stuff to circumnavigate this island, essentially. If you go straight past that, on the right hand side is Boy Scout Island, which is kind of like the party island on the lower lake. Like that's where everybody likes to Oh yeah. What did I say?
Boy Scout. You called them
yeah.
both Boy Scout.
Sorry. No, the local place for us is Boy Scout Island. The one that everybody parties on is Coon Island. And people gather there in the warm season. Everybody pulls their boats up to the beaches. They have a really good time. But yeah, if you go to the right, you can actually, like I said, circumnavigate Boy Scout Island here. And Boy Scout Island is actually what you see if you're standing at the end of our dock. You'll see the two trees, the cypress trees to the left. And straight in front of you is Boy Scout Island. It's really cool. It's uninhabited. There's lots of nature, walks, beaches, cypress coves. And behind it, we call the way ditch, or no, that's not the way ditch, that's the jungle. And that's where the cypress and the lilies and everything are blooming. It's actually really beautiful back there.
It is. It's one of my favorite parts of the lake.
Me too. It's like my go-to spot. You know, if I'm gonna kayak on my own or, you know, even take guests out, that's definitely like my favorite. So I think we're gonna turn around and walk back on the dike right now. My husband and I were just talking about it, and I've actually walked kind of far down this road, or the dike, and all the way to a point where there's another road that crosses it and you can access it by vehicle. And so I think what we're gonna do is pull it up on Google Maps, zoom in and see how to get there, and maybe cut back to some good hunting grounds, you know, in the area.
Okay, we got done walking the dike. We're heading back home, and I think we're gonna go do some adventuring tonight. I'm not sure, but I was a dummy and I didn't put socks on, so my heels are chewed up. So first thing we're gonna do is go home and put some socks on, and probably a hot pot of coffee. That very well could possibly be my new compressor. This video ran a little bit long, and Laura really wants to go explore that island.
Yeah, I think after looking at Google Maps, there's definitely some cool stuff back there to check out. So I think that's what we're gonna do tonight. We're gonna have a little adventure. We're gonna do a part 2 to this video for that. So we'll talk to you soon.
Cool. I think we're gonna go up to Watermark and grab something to eat, and then we're gonna take off. So the water's low, and this is an island, but we should be able to get to it by the truck.
Yeah.
Or with the truck. Yeah, you look cold.
It's so cold, the temperature dropped. I'm gonna have to get some more layers.
Well, we're gonna go get something to eat. Y'all ready to roll?